Hello, everybody. Happy Memorial Day. Beautiful Monday out here in Appalachia. Hot, humid, very humid. Beautiful Monday. Doing some landscaping, creating a little nature path. But I wanted to give an example of, well, practicing what we preach. So lately, I've been talking a lot about emotions and emotional transformation. And I actually finished this morning. It was rainy, and I sat down and I finished part 9 of the Healing the Divine Masculine series about navigating our emotions. And I went outside then to work on my landscaping that I'm doing. And my neighbor next door was outside. And I've been having a lot of anger because of what he's doing over there with regards to he's going to put up a shed tomorrow for his motorcycle and another driveway. And all this started back on Friday when he came over to tell me that he was doing this, which was very kind, but I wasn't very happy about it. So for the last roughly 72 hours, I've had a lot of emotions flowing, and not good ones. You know, he's breaking the contract, and it's going to look bad. It's going to make the community look. It doesn't beautify the community, let's say. So I went out there today, and he was about to cut this tree. He had cut this tree down Friday, I think, Friday or Saturday. They asked me if I wanted the trunk to it. I mean, it's probably about a good 25 feet long. And the other day I said no. I told his wife no, but I thought about it last night and today, and it would really help me with my nature path that I'm building to build the sides of the path. So he was out there today about ready to cut it, and I heard the chainsaw, and I happened to be going outside. So I went over there and I said, I'll take the tree. So we cut it up into 4 pieces, and I carried it over. Then I helped him move the trunk, the thick part, the base, down off the main part of his property. And then a few minutes later, he comes out, and he's got the ladder out, and he's going to start trimming some trees. He's going to climb this ladder. Now, this guy's 80 years old. He's not in very good shape. And he was going to start climbing up this ladder to trim these trees so that they could get the shed in tomorrow with the trailer on the trailer. So he needed about 12 feet of clearance. He didn't have it. And I just thought for 1 minute or less, I said, I can't let this happen. And I went over there and I spent about, I don't know, it was a half hour, an hour, trimming 2 of his trees, by hand. They're not big trees; they're holly trees, so they weren't very big. They don't get very thick. And then we chatted for a little while after that, and they were very gracious and very thankful, grateful that I had done that because, like, they're 88 years old, having a lot of surgeries, and he had 1 new shoulder put in, but he's passed on the second one so far. And but I thought to myself, as I saw this unfolding, I said, I have a choice here. I can carry around this anger, this frustration, this judgmentalism, or I can practice acceptance that people are going to do what they're going to do, and everybody does what they think is right. And I can just open my heart and go over here and help these 2 80-year-olds for a few minutes. And so that's what I chose to do. And it was a lovely 45 minutes or so for me. And he was just very, very grateful. And I did not want to see this guy kill himself on the ladder. I would not have felt very good if that had happened. If anything had happened to him with the chainsaw on the ladder, I would not have felt very good. But that's not what motivated me. What motivated me was to just be of service to another human being. In that moment, I just said, I have to go over here and help this guy. And I just went and pushed all my bullshit away for a little while. And when I was done, and since I've been done, which was 2 or 3 hours ago, I have felt better, more relaxed, more at ease in my own thoughts, my own feelings. Because I opened up the heart, and even though, if we want to call it the ego, or that deep-seated anger and fear and that wanting to control our environment, I was able to overcome that and just help a couple of human beings. And what that did for them was obviously very nice. But what it did for me, it's hard to put into words. Because to see the look on their faces is priceless. And I used to see that look. I haven't seen that look in over a year. I used to see that look when I was working at Lowe's. And I would go out of my way to help somebody who didn't know anything about plumbing or electric, mostly plumbing. To see them light up like that by going out of our way for just a few minutes, it's priceless. And it's hitting me right now. I haven't experienced that since I left Lowe's, because I don't see people face to face in my Monday through Friday job these days. It's those little things that help us as we walk this path. Call it the path of enlightenment, call it the path of ascension, call it the path of healing. It doesn't matter. But just to see another person's face light up because we helped them is priceless. So I wanted to share that because I've really been agonizing like I said, over the last 72 hours. And I'm much more at ease right now. And I go into some of this in the Healing the Divine Masculine that I'm going to put up on YouTube tonight about navigating our emotions. Because it's so important to understand our emotional makeup, because we are emotional beings, strong emotional beings. We create with our emotions, we destroy with our emotions. And we can create a beautiful life for ourselves and others, and we can destroy ourselves and others through our emotions. And I talk about some of that in the video. So I wanted to share that. It's a beautiful Memorial Day. It's a big day for me. 3 years ago, my life changed dramatically on Memorial Day. I left one phase of life and started a new phase. It was a very difficult time, as those can be, but it has been the 3 years has been a very rewarding time in many ways. And that happens through courage and perseverance and never giving up on yourself. And that's why it's so important to recognize these emotions. The grief that I was feeling 3 years ago lasted for quite a while. The fear that came along with it. But over time, over a period of 3 or 4 months, I managed to transform those into desire and pride and finally courage to take some action. And that's what I talk about in the video. Navigating your emotions. That path. As we walk through this emotional spectrum of ours, which is so powerful. 3 years ago today. Seems like a dream now. The the man that was on Memorial Day 3 years ago is basically dead from a physical standpoint because all the cells die off. But what never leaves us is the memories. The memories, good, the bad, and the ugly. And I talked about that a couple weeks ago. What we choose to focus on. But here we are, Memorial Day 2025. I can think about my uncles, who survived World War II. This is the day that we honor those who have gone to battle. But remember, we all have a battle going on inside of us. Everybody that you meet has something going on inside of them. Everybody. Especially in this highly charged world of ours right now. So let's remember them. Let's remember that when we run into people and we meet people. Deep down inside, we've all got something going on. The secret is to become aware of it in ourselves and others. And then we can be empathetic. All right? I wanted to share that. Not only do we talk the talk, but we walk the walk. We have to be comfortable with the uncomfortable. And that phrase from the Ten Commandments, love your neighbor as you love thyself. It's a good theme for today. So until next time, cosmic energy, earth energy, heart energy, Send loving heart energy out to all beings, all dimensions, all timelines, all realities. May this day be filled with compassion, loving kindness, and courage. Till next time.